Alright, boys and girls, welcome to day 11. Day 11 is back in the car. Mainly because I started outside and it just started to rain, and it just like poured. I'm talking like we're talking like humongous, absolute, can't believe the amount of rain that came. I mean, it was clear. Then a few clouds, and then within like 20 minutes it just started to pour, like torrential pouring rain, which is really awful. So I was going to do it outside, but there's some people hanging around outside who are trying to do something with their car, and then I was going to go over there, and then it was just cold, and then I was grumpy, and I'm like, Yesterday I was very much in the Christmas spirit of things. I was very excited. Today, not so much. Mainly because I am not bah humbugging. I'm just kind of trying to make sense of the holidays. I also don't deal with disappointment very well. I was disappointed today in somebody, and then they said something that I just was floored by. It's one of those things where you put a lot of effort. I mean, people can do what they want, but I put a lot of effort into a project that they just decided not to do it. And I felt that we're talking like a project that's been 3-4 years in the making, you know? Not a huge project, it was something fun, you know? And I was really excited about it. And I was kind of looking forward to doing it, you know, which it looked like it was actually going to happen next year. It's supposed to happen this year, but, you know, we didn't get our ducks in a row. And then after that conversation, I was just kind of, you know, I mean, it was at the end of the day. I was kind of tired. I've been staring at a screen all day. And it just kind of, it hit me that I just didn't have the spirit in it. I just kind of felt very much like, for the last while, the last few years anyway, I've had a lot of people just kind of take, and I've given, but I haven't got a whole lot back, and it may or may not be true. I mean, I definitely gave, but and then just things fizzled out, and I mean, with one project, I was the one blamed for the project fizzling out when it was a group effort, you know? And I guess just a few of these have happened in the last few years, and I've just really started to take it to, and I've taken it really personally. And some people say, don't take things personally, people do things that are weird or whatever. But what can you do when you really pour your heart into stuff? I invest my time and my efforts into it, and if the thing doesn't happen, then I just get sad about it. I get disappointed. I don't like that. It's not something I enjoy doing, and I wish I didn't, you know? And I've been watching a few video bloggers on YouTube to kind of educate myself on sort of what the pattern is for videos and things. And I found some really great ones that sort of talk about, you know, they just talk about life, you know, they talk about things that pop in their mind. And I just can't help but wonder about why we get sucked into the fear monster, you know? And people don't do things. Like, all these projects, by the way, mainly didn't happen because the other parties were afraid of doing something. and you know, which is fine. They can be afraid, and it's too bad. But I just feel like I've encouraged people, and I've tried to get people to do things that, you know, maybe outside of their comfort zone. Kind of what I'm doing here, right? I'm doing this now. I've never really done a video blog before, and I'm trying to educate myself on how they really work and how they're, you know, how to have a lot of people watching them, you know, which is, you know, because I've talked about and I've done video stuff and I've done all kinds of stuff that really is not, I've been involved with, but not at this personal level where you have somebody talking to a camera and then putting the camera online. It's a very different thing to do. It's very, very different. And I've recently watched a few that the bloggers stopped doing it for one reason or another, and then came back, and they explained why they didn't, you know, or why they stopped. And it surprised me because they were very, they were not happy. You know, they were unhappy people for one reason or another, and but still were able to do this, but stopped because they didn't feel that it was really them. And I've been doing a lot of that. I've been stopping a lot of stuff over the past year. Things that really didn't make me happy. Things that I felt I should not be a part of. Which is probably why I'm taking the other projects to heart, you know. You know, you're trying to encourage people and they get all excited, but then they stop and run away. And I don't know, this one today just was very, you know, we're 4 years, you know. Actually, it's actually more than that. Of encouragement and stuff, and it just to me feels, you know, I wasted my time and I could have been using that time for something more important. Unfortunately, they all hinge on other people, so it happens all the time. To me, it just is, you know, it just hurts a bit. Yeah. Anyway, but this Advent calendar is not about being sad, Shane, or being a little upset, you know? It's about doing something consistently, because this is the way that people get things done, how they get projects complete, how they do stuff. They don't walk away. You know, if the project is worth it. I mean, you can walk away from pretty useless projects, but, you know, if there's a project you really believe in, like the ones that I normally do, it's sad. I mean, I can't fault the people for walking away. I just feel like I have my time wasted, that's all. And I really believed in what they were trying to do. And I wanted to support them. Oh, by the way, the beer was East Van Lager. I think, no, it's not the actual name. If you're from Vancouver and you know the East Van sign, it's an old cross with East Van written in it. And it used to be I gather a gang symbol from the 70s or something. It was quite good. And I think that was Parallel 49 as well. But I drank it right before this. So. And of course, if you have anything to say, have any comments, right down here. And subscribe over here? No, here. Somewhere. Because I'm going to keep doing this. Even if, you know, I'm hoping that over time I get a little cheerier. Yeah. Because I'm, you know, doing this, taking control. It's got to happen.